Welcome to my channel, Who's Your Outdoor 1969. Today, I'm going to do a 6-month review on my Specialized Fuse Sport 27.5. Bought this back in April of 2024, so I've had it roughly 6 months. In that 6 months, I've been able to get quite a bit of riding done on it. Plus, I've had a few other people ride it too. And between all of us, we've all kind of came to the same agreement that this is actually a pretty decent bike. I should say pretty decent budget-oriented bike. When I bought it, paid on the $2,000 mark. And then the annoying part is right up, probably within a month of buying it, or even within a few weeks to a month, I don't remember exactly, the price dropped considerably on it. I could have saved about $800 if I would have waited just a little bit longer. Anyways, just a little bit of complaining, I guess. The bike, like I said, is a 27.5 wheel, large frame. I haven't changed much on it. I went from tube to tubeless, and I swapped the brakes. Other than that, and swapped out the grips. Other than that, it still has the SRAM SX drivetrain, 12-speed, 1x12. If I remember correctly, it's an 11 to 42 tooth, or 11 to 52 tooth cassette, and a 32 tooth chain ring. When I bought the bike, it had 180 on the front and 160 on the rear for the brakes. It now has 180 on the back and either 2 or 3 on the front. I don't have the SRAM brakes. I remember that they were the SRAM code, either code or code R, just an upgraded version of at least from my understanding, an upgraded version of the SRAM level. Me personally, I don't like SRAM. I don't like the way they feel. To me, when you grab a hold of the levers for SRAM, it feels like you're grabbing hold of a sponge. And I have, in my opinion, I have zero feel. Some people like them, some people don't. I fall in the don't category. Since that, the first thing I did, I swapped the brakes to Shimano. I do like the way Shimano's feel better. Or Shimano's to me, feel a lot better. I got, if I remember correctly, I have the 520s on the rear and the 6100 series with 6120 on the front. 4-piston, both front and rear. Let's see. I swapped out the Specialized the Specialized grips. I went with Crank Brothers. Show those real quick. Sorry, Rock Brothers, not Crank Brothers. I don't remember the exact model. Yeah, some light bleeding that out. Let's see if I can put this one on real quick. Yeah, it's not going to let me. Come on. Yeah, it's not going to. It's bleeding out. I'm washing out. But the grips, they're not too bad. I like them. I kind of like the way they look. That's the main reason I bought them. Let's see. Yeah. If you haven't noticed, I'm actually in my garage where I do a lot of the filming for my bikes. Pretty much all my filming for my bikes. Let's see. That little bag I have on there, I got my tube, inflator, and multi-tool in there. I think it's pronounced EPESA, E-P-E-S-S-A. And then it's the E3 size. If you don't run tubeless, or if you're not, bringing a spare tube, you probably get your phone in there. I got an S21 that would probably fit in there without a problem. I think my wallet would probably fit in there too. I bought it to get some of the, because I did have my tube strapped to my frame. The cage I got from Walmart, which I had on my rock hopper when I first started riding. The pump I got off of Amazon, which I got one just like that on my stump jumper, which I got from Walmart. My main bottle cage is actually a Fidlock. I do highly recommend Fidlocks. To me, they're a very good mounting system. I've yet to lose one. It's held in by magnets and mechanical. So to remove it, you got to twist to remove, and then once you get it lined up, you just basically let the magnets take over and it pops right on. The bag I have on the rear, I got off of Amazon, and that's usually where I put my wallet, my phone. I've yet to I haven't had it fall off or anything like that. And I know when I first got it, it wasn't sewn together very well, so I had my wife fix the webbing on it and sewed it on there, and I haven't had a problem since then. It's the same bag I have on my stump jumper. Let's see, what else do I have on here? Pedals are Chinese. Let's see, couldn't tell you how to pronounce them. I tried to find them on Amazon. They're apparently not available anymore. They are ANSJS. I guess you could say they're a large pedal. They fit my feet on there pretty well. The pins that are in it are pretty good at keeping your feet glued as long as you got proper shoes on. Oh yeah, the fork from the factory, the RockShox Judy 130 millimeters of travel. The Judys are on the small side. They're like a 30 mil stanchion. I wanted something a little beefier, so I decided to go with the RockShox Recon. It was supposed to be a 130, but something happened. Somebody goofed and apparently clicked the wrong one. And they got me a 120 instead of a 130, and I just noticed it not too long ago. I haven't had any issues out of it. Yeah, I'm a little disappointed because I went down instead of staying the same, from 130 to 120. I have not had any issues. It hasn't been a limitation, anything like that. I haven't bottomed it out. But then again, around here, northern Indiana, we don't really have much that could bottom that out. Although I may yank it apart and increase it to 130. I haven't decided yet. I may just upgrade the fork completely. I don't know. Let's see what else we have. The tires, I actually really like the limiter tires on here. They're the Grid Trail T7 compound. I might actually put those when I burn out the tires, because I got Butcher on the front and Purgatory on the rear of my stump jumper. So when I burn those up, I may put these on there. I haven't had this wash out on me, anything like that, coming around corners or anything like that. But then again, I don't haul ass. I go at a decent clip, but to me, I stay reasonable. You know, one of the things I do still need to change, I do need to put a different dropper on it because that does not have enough drop. If I remember right, that's only like 150 mil drop. And on my home trail, and then a trail that I ride there by work, there's a few spots there when I'm going down, when the front drops off, the back comes up, and then the seat hits me in my butt. To me, that's a little unnerving. So I think I'm definitely going to put a bigger drop on it. So I think my stumpy is a 175, so I'm probably going to try and find me a 175 for my stump jumper, like what I have on my stump jumper. It's an X Fusion. I'm going to look here. I don't think it says on there. But if I remember correctly, it is an X Fusion dropper. I'm just not sure which version. It might be the Manic. I could be wrong though. I haven't had any issues out of the dropper. It goes up, it goes down without any issues. I hit the lever and it's responsive. Let's see. Eventually I'm going to swap out to my bottom bracket. I don't know if I'm going to run a Holotech or stick with SRAM. I'll probably just stick with SRAM. That way it's all one brand, so less of a chance of having any issues. Handlebars, I may go for a little higher rise handlebar, like 10 or 20 degree rise. These, same issue on my stump jumper. My hands have a tendency to go numb. Just, I think, because I got too much weight leaning forward put on it. I've had the same problem when I used to ride motorcycles. So I used to run drag bars on it. Same deal, just because I had so much weight forward on my hands, it would make them go numb. Even in my teens, my hands had a habit of going numb. I think it's just poor design on my body for my wrists. No, it doesn't have anything to do with carpal tunnel. I've been checked for carpal tunnel, and right now I'm okay on it. Let's see, like I said, tire-wise, I'm going to put these same tires on my stump jumper when I burn those up. If I had to go back in time and change anything on it, I probably would go up one more on the fork, or I should say one more level. I've been looking at the RockShox Pike, so I might end up putting that on there. I haven't decided yet. Just a little beefier stanchions. I think there's like a 34, 35 mil stanchion. These are on the Recon here. It's a 32. Let's see. Air pressure, I'm running between 95 to 100 pounds. Kind of depends on the time of year. Seems to be about 95. Yeah, I think right around 95, 98 seems to be the better zone for, at least for me, on this particular bike. Like I said, I've never bottomed it out, so I don't think that's going to be an issue. The stack height is the way it was from the factory. I didn't change that. Like I said, drivetrain wise, I think about the only thing I'm going to change is, like I said, I'm going to change the bottom bracket. I'm happy with it. Some people bash SRAM, saying they're not positive. I've done both SRAM and Shimano, and to me, Shimano is a little smoother shifting, but I think SRAM just overall is a little beefier. And that's been more solid on the shifting, but to me, it seems to be more like I said, beefier, a lot stronger there. That's the word I'm looking for. Anything else? Yeah, like a lot of my other videos, I have wrote nothing down. Yeah. So I don't know. I'm just kind of looking and thinking all at the same time. Like I said, it's a large size frame. Let me get up a little closer on it. The blue that's on here, I know when I first seen it online, it looked pretty decent. And like I said, when it came in and I was actually able to get eyes on it, I really liked it. But it's like a satin blue, even though there's a little bit of reflection going on. A specialized symbol, stout bars, stout wheels. Let's see, what else? Oh yeah, I just noticed this recently. Let's see if I can pick up. Come on here. The cables here where they come in. Which come on, we can see where they go into the frame right here. That is the brake, and that's the shifter. I never noticed it before, and I haven't noticed it when it's riding or when I'm riding. But that's cable slapping around inside the down tube. Some people that may drive crazy. Like I said, I was doing something. I heard a weird noise. It didn't take a moment to track it down. So that may or may not bother some people. Like I said, I've never heard it slapping around when I'm riding. I'm usually just concentrating on the trail, so I don't pay much attention to that. The dropper post. Is that the dropper post? No, it's right here. Yeah, where the dropper post comes in, that one doesn't slap around too all that bad. That's in there fairly good. Like I said, some people that may bother. I think probably one way to fix that, you could show some like pipe insulation or something like that up in there to help hold it in place. Let's see. Overall, though, I think the bike's a pretty good bike. My saying goes, if hindsight's 20/20, instead of buying my rock hopper, I really should have bought this first. So I do really like the bike. It's fun. It's responsive. It takes absolutely nothing to pick that front end up off the ground. I found that out the hard way. If you're really good at jumping, which I am not, you could throw it around really easy. It's actually really, I think it's a little lighter than what my rock hopper was. Definitely lighter than my stump jumper. I never did check the weights. I couldn't tell you how much it weighs, just kind of guessing. You're probably looking maybe 28 pounds. I think my rock hopper was a little closer to just like 2 pounds heavier. I could be wrong on the weight. Like I said, I never weighed it. I'd have to go on a Specialized website. If you are thinking about getting one, I do highly suggest it. But it's something you may want to hurry on because I think Specialized may be discontinuing the fuse. And the last time I was on the website, they only had one version. It was the Sport that they had listed. They didn't have any other, the Comp or anything like that listed. They may be canceling this one. I'm not sure. Because I know they just come out with an updated version of Stump Jumper, which I'm probably going to buy. If I buy it, it'd be my first carbon fiber bike. Let's see. I do believe speaking of I do believe on the fuse here, it's the UDH. mounting system, so you could put electronic shifting on this if you wanted to. I'm not 100% sure that'd be something you'd want to double check. I'd give you geometry, but like I said, I did not write anything down. I know it's fairly slack, not quite as slack as my stump jumper. I'm just making numbers up here. The head tube angle on my stump jumper is like 65, and the head angle on the fuse here is like 67. The seat tube angle on my stump jumper is like 64.5. On this is like 66. So I mean, it's slack, but not super slack. I know going downhill, it's actually pretty stable. There's a few spots where you can get some, in my area, that you can get some decent speed, and it's pretty stable. I don't feel a little twitchy, anything like that going downhill. I feel pretty glued to the ground when I'm going around it. Anything else I can think of? Nice, so that's all I can think of offhand. Anyway, before this gets drug out even further than what it is with me just rambling, because I don't write shit down when I decide to do a video. I just kind of wing it. Like I said, again, if you're looking on getting a mountain bike, I do highly suggest Specialized. I know there's other brands out there. You know, you got Trev, you got Scott, Canyon. I'm drawing a blank. Ritmo is the model name. I just can't think. You also got GT. I do, depending on what kind of riding you want to do. If you're wanting to do, you know, a trail riding, I do suggest getting a decent hardtail to start out with, or you can just go straight into a full suspension. Like I said, in northern Indiana, hardtail is really all you need. Like I say, you start going south, east, or west. You know, you start hitting over in the, you know, in the Appalachian Mountains, or over into the Rockies, or even some spots in southern parts of the U.S., even northern parts of the U.S. You can get pretty hairy. Anyway, before I ramble even further, if you have questions, go ahead and leave a comment. I'll answer it the best I can. I'm not super knowledgeable on these, but I seem to be able to find out information that I need to know. Again, thanks for watching my video, and please like, share, and subscribe. Have a good day.